Well, nothing beats the feeling of getting promoted. The hard work already done, the team can set out to enjoy this game and bask in the adulation of their adoring fans. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon.
Peter, if you're looking for a defensive blueprint, then look no further than Alessandro Nesta.
There's nothing he hasn't got, is there?
As complete a stopper as I can remember, he just loves to defend and he's always willing to put his body on the line.
Well, 5 at the back, Jim. It does feel fairly defensively oriented, this formation.
Well, you could say it's a lineup that's all about creating positive transitions. The lack of width in midfield with just 3 in there makes the role of the fullbacks more crucial, or wing-backs. You have to have them constantly push up, forcing opposition players back and giving your team a little more freedom.
Easier said than done.
That's right, but it does work very well, provided you have the right players to pull it off.
So we're up and running. Now it's Messi. Iniesta. And it's Azar. For Filippo Inzaghi. Now it's Mbappe. Truthfully, it was hard to see any better outcome there. He's in a great position here. Great chance! Fernandes. Valverde. Camavinga. Oh, just skips past his man. Totti. Fernandes does well to get it back. Mbappe is onto this. Costa Curta. Beckenbauer tries to pass it through. Now it's Inzaghi. Looking for options for movement.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Fernandes. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
It's a promising position. Oh, sweet feet. Crosses it, he's rising! Ooh. But he's left disappointed.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Alexander-Arnold. That is ended up in no man's land. Quarter of an hour played. And it's Azar. Now it's Inzaghi. Beckenbauer. Showing good feet. The ball goes in.
There's much frustration as to the lack of a touch to finish that off.
No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. The referee's awarded a free kick. Valverde. Guardiol. Totti pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Costa Curta. Beckenbauer. Beckenbauer running with the ball. And it's Azar. And it's Inzaghi.
Okay.
Mbappe couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Oh, I was on the edge of my seat then. He just took on one too many.
Beckenbauer. Filippo Inzaghi driving through the middle. Can he finish? And how good was that?
Yes.
That is a gem! An absolute gem! He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
Mechelen have broken through. It's 1-0.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
And he's in on goal. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, Peter, I think the smartest of reactions, and he just attacked the danger.
Now it's Inzaghi, threads one in. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And it's Totti. Valverde, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Albert Ferrer cuts it out. Totti. Albert Ferrer. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And Iniesta. Azar! Mechelen looking to go into the break, 1-0 up. Messi. Costa Curta kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, that has not gone well. Good ball, good take. Beckenbauer. Iniesta. Totti. And it's Iniesta. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Messi. Now it's Mbappe. Now it's Valverde. Now it's Camavinga. He's found a way through. The ball has bounced loose now. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Mechelen up by 1 goal at the halfway point.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football, plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Mechelen are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for. And we are back underway.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
And the pass is intercepted. Gvardiol. Out for a throw. Milan are a team that take pride in possession.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. They like to be brave with the ball, get on it, have a go, Peter, try something different. They certainly have the players who are very eager to take that on.
Azar can see things others simply cannot. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And it's Iniesta. Well, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. There's the shot! And a neat finish! And this is getting better and better. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel.
Ha segnato al 54esimo minuto. Numero 7. Iniesta!
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Fernandez.
That dugout has had some relief at least, but now the harder work starts. They've got to push for more.
And he's forced to go back. Beckenbauer. For Nesta. Khan. Now Albert Ferrer. Nicely weighted ball. In with the challenge. Now it's Mbappe. Gets a good foot in there. And it's Totti. And here's Bergkamp. Knocks it out wide. Beckenbauer. Azar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He is just caressing the ball. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Totti might well be in for a mouthful from his boss.
He's been bundled over. That is a foul. Yellow or red? It is red. Well, no question, Jim, the referee has seen that as a professional foul.
He really ended up between a rock and a hard place then, Peter. Probably took the harder choice.
Messi! That's a fair try, but just off target.
Yeah, I think he's going to be a bit disappointed with that, Peter. You would have fancied him to at least hit the target.
Now it's Totti. Pass somewhat off target. Messi. And it's made its way to him. Oh, this is a great position. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
Totti, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Dahari. Bergkamp. Azar, looking understandably energised after his goal. Out towards the flank. And it's Totti. Camavinga did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Hazard going face-to-face with his great rival. Over to the right flank. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Shoots! And it's there! And they are disappearing out of sight. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart. and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Dahari is being withdrawn here, but he's certainly made his mark.
Yeah, he'll get a good ovation for his contribution. I'm not so sure why he's leaving us, though. There's no obvious sign of injury or fatigue.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Real chance! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Yeah, it's about time I think we saw some activity from the bench, but it's debatable as to what level of impact can be made from here. It's pretty late.
Numero 22. Viene sostituito con il numero 44. Attenzione, una sostituzione.
Jota. That's a good ball out wide for Iniesta. And it's Ribery. And here's De Bruyne. That's really nicely played. Neymar! It's a goal! This day becomes absolutely perfect. Utterly ideal. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Mechelen are having a ball here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Vardiol. Vardiol in acres of space out wide. And that's too far for anyone. Not too much more here than seeing out time, and time is very nearly seen out. Alexander-Arnold. Caicedo. Can he get on the end of this? Llorente. And it's Caicedo. And he cuts out the supply. De Bruyne. De Bruyne. Good driving run.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Fagioli. Here's Llorente. Iniesta gets a foot in here. Albert Ferrer. Jota. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. This looks like a more than decent chance to strike.
Verdomme, ik heb zo'n verkeerd aan.
He has found the way through. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours, it has ended in an easy win. Iniesta claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nice.
Idea.
Mechelen are looking to get a flying start here in the long race towards the finish line. This is a day for optimism, for hope, for dreaming of what might be. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting.
Today's match. And there they are. Please welcome our players, everyone.
Well, Jim, the name Albert Ferrer is certainly familiar to English football fans of a certain vintage.
Yeah, and he's remembered with a great deal of affection as a pacey and tough tackling defender who always gave his all.
And was a bit of a character.
He was.
Number 12,
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men, running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
So it's down to business here. And here's Bowen. Bowen unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Bowen. And it's Azar. And that pass just didn't quite work. Bowen.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Mechelen. Billing. Iniesta gets a foot in here. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Dahari. Can he finish? Oh, that was a brilliant save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Mechelen with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually.
Racka ska parkera alla.
A sudden chance to counter.
Jävla parkera honom.
That's clear cut.
Jag köper inte en boll igång och gång.
And it's Billing. Now it's Bowen. That's a good ball out wide. Great vision.
Jag ser riktigt nu vad som heter jag ser riktigt nu på.
Hazard threads one in. He's having a shot. There it is. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
After 13 minutes is number 15, Mukta Dehaun. Mukta Dehaun. Mukta Dehaun.
Manchester United finding themselves unexpectedly behind. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And it's Azar. Goes for a shot! And he hits the net. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard.
Mechelen are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Beckenbauer making good progress. Iniesta. Now it's Inzaghi. Totti. Totti shapes to shoot! Yes! And he's got what he came for, his 20th goal. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
Mechelen find a position of real strength now.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
There's the shot! It's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Yeah, and having the thrust to get there is one thing, having the composure to score is another.
Number 15, Buxted de Haan. Buxted de Haan. Buxted de Haan.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
And it's Azar. Beckenbauer. And it's Totti. He's being urged to shoot. He's had a shot! Keeper always had the measure of that. This is their second corner of the game. And the shot! And that's in! And they're threatening to fly away here.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
The goal scorer.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Number 11, Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard.
Mechelen are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Bowen gets a cross in. It's been shipped out wide.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That's a lovely, neat pass. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Hazard driving on and making good progress. Real chance! Well, he caught that pure, but no end product.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Now it's Inzaghi, Dahari. Oh, shooting chance! And that's a tiny finish. And look at his joy. Is this not why we love the game?
Some of those players look totally lost out there now, Peter, and you can't blame them.
After 38 minutes is...
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite. Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Mechelen looking forward to the break after some very good work in the first 45 minutes. And he's in on goal. And the shot! And he's missed it.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
Looking to play him in. Inzaghi!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Billing. Simon.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
It's a pretty loose pass. Iniesta running with intent. Iniesta. Good driving run. Billing. And that is the end of the first half. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Mechelen are looking awesome. Going into half-time with a lead then that is surely insurmountable. The second half is up and running. Now he's running away. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. And it's Bergkamp. Looking for the run. Takes a shot! And that's past the post. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And this is Bergkamp. He is through here. Chance! He's put it wide.
Oh, it's a brilliant effort, you have to say that. He clearly wanted to do it in style.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Now it's Billing. Simon. He's shifting through the gears here. It's out for a goal kick. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now? And he shoots! No, that's just wide.
Oh, what a chance. He probably had more time than he realised.
Scalvini. Beckenbauer. Inzaghi. Beckenbauer. Hazard on a hat-trick. What do you think that'll mean to him, Jim?
I think it'll mean a huge amount to him. The way he's been playing, I fully expect him to turn his 2 goals into 3. His appetite has been...
Shoots! He's got a goal! And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, talk about being on top of your game. Everything seems to be coming off for him.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
And it's Bowen. Well, that was a period of possession which carried just about no threat at all. Now it's Inzaghi. Hazard. And there's green grass ahead. Big chance! And a neat finish! And it adds further to a heavily one-sided scoreline. This is getting punishing.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
65 minutes is number 8. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp. Dennis Bergkamp.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Beckenbauer. And it's Hazard.
This is the time you need that pace.
Inzaghi wants to run onto this. Great chance! Oh, crossbar! Couldn't keep it on target.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back.
Mechelen choosing to make the first change.
Substitution on the field. Number 10, Filippo Inzaghi. Number 8, Bergkamp. Number 4, Francesco Totti. Coming on the field, number 21,
Neymar.
Shevchenko.
Lovely pass, but
Number
can he get
22,
there?
Neymar. Number
And a
20,
chance! And that's a sharp finish. They are getting horribly bullied, and it seems there is plenty more to come.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
After 70 minutes is
Zaha.
As if 3 weren't enough, this is nigh on utopian.
Eden Hazard. Eden Hazard.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Now it's Neymar. Neymar going forward. Oh, that's nice. Beckenbauer. Iniesta. Now there's a fine ball. And the finish! Goal! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, it's a goal fest, and the fact it's so one-sided now is getting scary.
3 minutes is number 20,
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Ribery.
So we have further activity on the bench here.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Substitution on the field, number 15.
Yeah, it's all happening now. There's been an upping of the intention and urgency, a real step up in possession and purpose now.
Number 9, Jan Koller.
Driving through the middle. Shot, surely! Oh, good finish. And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
It's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
25 minutes is number 9, Jan Koller. Jan Koller. Jan Koller.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Oh, that looks a good ball through. It's gone in, and it is an own goal.
That can happen to anyone. It's truly, truly unlucky for him, but it's just the way it is.
Manchester United benefiting from an own goal. Not that you'll hear them complaining. And this is Hazard. Oh, good ball. Shot goal! It's a goal! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
I can see some heads dropping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Number 9, Jan Koller. Jan Koller. Jan Koller.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Knocks it into space. Well, that's beautifully weighted. McAtee. And once more he proves rigid and robust. He's picked his way through. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
That's a look and plays it forward. And it's Ribéry. Can he get on the end of this? Shevchenko providing an outlet on that flank. And the shot!
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
Iniesta plays it short. Manchester United have the chance to go the other way. He's got away. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge.
Six added minutes has been indicated.
Shevchenko powering forward here. Nicely weighted ball.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Can he finish? Loose ball. Oh, it's fallen loose again. And that's wide. And the pass is intercepted. And this is Neymar. It's Neymar!
A moment to try and place the cherry on the cake.
And he's there to clear it. Oh, well played. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Oh, this is a side which is purring, picture perfect. To win, they will relish having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Azar, very much the hero in this game. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
everybody,
kick
and
off.
welcome to
The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
And now,
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, what else can we say about this fella, Moises Caicedo? He'll be extremely busy just shifting the ball all over the place as a 6 or an 8. We've seen him do that an awful lot. But it's what he does without the ball, for me, that makes him priceless. I mean, rarely do you see someone who can disrupt opposition play as cleverly as he can, and he will be a key factor.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. And that gets things running. So, Jim, would you say that this formation has become the norm in recent years?
Yeah, I think it's one that places the emphasis on your centre forward.
Messi! Now it's Inzaghi. Oh, super find. No, it's come to nothing. It's not an especially good pass, that. McAllister. Now it's Messi. Oh, just skips past his man. And this is Ronaldo. In it comes. Beckenbauer. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And this is Messi. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. Great chance! It's bounced back off the post. Real chance! And for a moment, time stood still.
That's great reading of the game, and it led to a decent chance. Cracking aggression.
Alexander-Arnold goes short. So it's going to be another corner. They've played it short. And now a sudden chance to counter. So, Jim, what has caught your eye in these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
That is good progress on the left. And it's Iniesta. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Closing in on... Oh, shooting chance! And he's done it! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
First breakthrough.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Mbappe proves... Mbappe! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Mbappe, not one to pass up the chance to run at the defence. He loves those duels.
Well, I thought that run had balance and controls.
He's had a shot! And there's a goal! They are purring, truly purring. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Number 8, Dennis Bergkamp.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
Now it's Mbappe. And a shot! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Oh, yeah.
Manchester United really can be very happy with the way they're going about things, Peter. They'll want to capitalise on this good spell, though.
Azar. Mechelen have scored 2 quick goals here and are well and truly in the driving seat. He's looking wide. The referee's awarded a free kick. Kubasi. And it's Camavinga. And here's Mbappe. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal.
Wat voldoening.
It had to be. And here's Messi. Costa
Oh,
Curta
even now,
concedes a free
ik zit
kick for
gewoon
that.
buiten plaatsen.
Kubasi played out towards the right wing. A quick look, thought about cutting inside. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Totti. Bergkamp. Bergkamp will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Iniesta does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Steve, big chance!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning.
It's Iniesta! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Any deeper thoughts about that goal?
Yeah, I think it was going to take something very special if the keeper were to get down and claw that out, Peter. It's a quality goal.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. (3-0) and things are starting to look awfully cosy. That's a nicely shaped ball. Totti. Oh, super ball. And the shot! And it's come back out to him. He's got a goal! And they're threatening to fly away here. And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, you might think I'm being a bit harsh, Peter, but I just can't help the feeling that the keeper should have done a better job. Full stop.
One mixing.
Things looking so easy, almost too easy here.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Van Dijk. McAllister.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. That has been cut short. Beckenbauer looking for options for movement. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Beckenbauer. And Iniesta. And it's Bergkamp. Bergkamp ploughing through the middle. Mbappe. Tries to play it through. Oh, perfectly measured that. So no flag here. And he's cut it out. The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. Well, what a half they've had. Cruising to victory, and it's only half-time. Astonishing.
Well, for me, it's a lead that's thoroughly deserved, Peter. They've been quicker to pretty much everything so far. The only thing you've got to wonder is, how taxing is this for the players? How long can they keep it up for? Are we going to see a fade in this second half?
Mechelen looking unstoppable, unbeatable, and in case you're wondering, yes, that really is the scoreline. So right back into the action. Pau Kubasi promptly onto that, and that is that. It's a sharp little ball here. Plays it across.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Costa Curta. Azar. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And here's Inzaghi. Inzaghi. Oh, this is a very... And a chance! It's in! And this is getting ridiculous. Borderline crazy.
Absolutely no element of fluke either. Makes this even more worrying in some ways.
And he's done it again. He's got his second.
Filippo Inzaghi.
Mechelen are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that.
Kijk eens. Kijk, ik zie het geval.
Conjures time and space where few can.
Ja, wat dan?
Ja, onze verloren zoon is waar we overgekomen, hè?
De Fabio.
And he shoots!
Ja,
And he couldn't quite make it six.
Ja.
Well, he looked pretty much unstoppable there. The only thing missing was the finish, of course. Incentive set and incentive met. Now they've got to take it on another level.
En de andere rechter, de vetter was.
Tries to pass it
Ja,
through.
zet hem.
He's
En dan nog
Messi!
de schoenen van de
Keeper always had the measure of that.
That was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity.
dat
Exactly
is net
what's
hem.
required when on the
Ja, dat
counter-attack.
is wel een beetje lachen. Zo. Nee, dus ik heb hem dan gevraagd. Hij is wel onder betere hand. Maar hij al gaat tot een tuning. Dat we het thuis maken. Wisten en zo. En ja,
Oh.
dat weet en zo. Hè. Want hij al van door elkaar niet.
He's having a shot!
Ja, zie je. Ja, geen alcohol mee doen. Hè. 5 dagen, geen alcohol mee doen, dat is cool.
Posed confident. What a super goal.
Well, it was a defender's nightmare. You tried to send him one way, and he just slips the
Maar
other.
het van zin van een zwaar, wat was het maar. En wordt er wel eens niks gedrukt. Ja, ze hebben 1 of 2 emmers dan langs.
Manchester United get their goal. A bit of respectability
ja,
restored.
van zin allemaal afgedwaald, maar ja.
Squeeze it through.
Niet zo lekker op de stoel naar
Nee, dat is
Tries to
waar,
measure
ja.
ball.
dat weet ik ook, hè. Want daar Steve
Well,
volgens
it's
mij
not
niet
the
nog.
best when it
Nu
comes
wel
to
wat
decision
gebeuren.
making. Okay, initially he probably was afraid of the space to hold on to it.
Ja,
The
nee,
longer
doet
he
niet,
did
nee.
that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Ja, wat dacht ik dan nog te zeggen? Ja, die smaring al bij
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
door van een elkaar vanaf.
Ja, dat is
It's
wel,
all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
ja.
Simply
Goes for a shot!
Best die
And that's a tiny
dat was
finish.
van Hugo, dat was gewoon een pilsboor, dat was van een andere zware benen, dat wordt van die
And it seems there is plenty more to
Martins
come.
Panal. En dan van die
it's a mass exodus now. Certain sections of the stadium are leaving in droves, and you can't blame them.
Amai.
Ja, 14, 15, ja, dan kan het ook met de zon niet werken of niks, hè.
Dat is
Als je met de zon pakt, dan ja, je moet ook zien wat te doen.
This is
Ja,
a
nee,
gloriously
nee,
greedy
nee,
performance.
ja, dat is waar.
En alleen,
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. He's got away, looking for the run. A well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, I think the opposition
Yeah,
saw that
sure.
pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Oh, ja.
And he steered it beyond the post.
Bergkamp clearly knew where that was falling. He'll be disappointed he didn't put it away.
Ja, zo,
Zullen we eerst nog blazen opproberen en als we het dan volhouden? Ja, anders zullen die er toch nog door Sint-Camillus of waar gestegen, hè?
ja. Ja, wie zo is het.
Dan moesten we niet eens terug naar gaan vallen of terug de slechte kant.
Time then for the first substitution of the game.
De 3 keer dan zo, ja, voorlopig is alles nog goed. Dus
Mechelen are of course in a position to go to the bench should the need arise.
Ja, zo is goed.
Want ding is
Ribéry
stond met de namiddag, die stond met de namiddag, dan is hij
Hazard
van de vaart.
driving through the
En
middle.
dan kan
It's
Hazard.
Hazard. It's a goal.
En
It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
After 72 minutes is number
Ja.
11.
En Wendy heeft het ons zelf kunnen vragen, maar Wendy is een goede werkster, hè? Die werkt goed, ze pas ook. Zo'n maskers en bij de rest.
Jawel, ja.
En ja, het ding is dat die avond ook gaan werken, want
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Ja, ik heb geen toch omdat een
Fridge one
steeds
in.
week nog kan,
Picks
ja.
up. Can he
En
finish?
het kan zwaar, maar
And a
misschien
neat
nog ook
finish.
woensdag. Maar als ik Marie
How many? Just how many? The gulf in class
ja,
is
Marie kan
vast.
vooruit, dus ik kan woensdag nog wat.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
74 minutes is
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
En toen de eerste congé nog verpakt.
Dat is goed.
Nou, ik heb nog geen congé gepakt, die dogen die ik genomen zijn allemaal vrienden lopen bij het doorpasverloop te zijn, of van de kliniek, of van Dobbel, of van dit en dat.
Mechelen making
Als we-
changes here and in quick succession. And the break in play means they can now affect their change.
Yeah, he's looking for instructions, probably something along the lines of go make a nuisance of yourself. This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Oh, that's a key interception. Iniesta. Neymar receives it in a wide position. Can he get it through?
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Oh, that's a cracking ball. Too quick for defence and keeper. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Messi.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Ja, dus.
Tries a shot.
Precies.
And again. And he's stuck it
Ja,
away.
denk ik wel, ja.
And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, it's a
Ja,
goal
2 of
fest,
10
and the
en
fact
van
it's so
Doppen op.
one-sided now is getting scary.
Doppen ook nog, van 10 ook nog.
Is een half 10 of zo, dan is het nog 10.
Dat weet ik een paar.
Dat niet toch wel? En dan ding is, vind ik die van Balen, of kunnen daar die rechtstreeks toe?
Die gaat rechtstreeks naar daar.
Zullen we misschien zo aan die
Manchester United
Denk
choosing
dan,
to
ja.
make the first change.
Well, to wait until now to make this change seems a bit baffling. He's expecting the miraculous to turn this around from here.
Ja, toch nog zo.
Well, their
Oh,
manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the
Ja,
next goal
zoiets,
coming? They're
ja.
such an entertaining watch.
ja, zoiets, ja.
Nice bit of skill and he's away. That looks a decent ball.
Ja, ja.
He's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Ja. Die. Die is er niet, weet je. Ja,
And now they can spring out of defence.
ja, moet je
Costa
even.
Curta.
Ja, nu wil ik congé.
Ribéry.
Well,
Well, there's your danger man. A title that is entirely justified. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to
Ben je nog
retrieve it.
werk?
And one more
Ben
try.
je nog werk?
Well taken goal.
Ja, dat schijnt, ja.
And the headlines continue to get darker and darker.
Ja, tuurlijk.
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been
Nee, dat
humiliated.
is niet, ja.
Manchester United have opted to make another change
Ja,
here.
goed.
Well, for me,
Uur.
this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded.
Ja.
As a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes
dat
with
kan
it.
ook.
I think that's happened in this case.
And here's Messi. Just eases him off the ball. Aims
Ja, weet je,
beyond the
weet je.
defence. He is
Ja, ja.
through here.
Ja, ja, tuurlijk, dat kan. Hè.
Well, that's a
Ja,
race
ja,
for the ball.
precies.
He'll try to keep this
Ja,
alive.
tuurlijk, dat wel, ja.
Dan moet je maar van de auto volletten, dan moet je misschien wel een kilometer verder aan, niet dat bij ons, hè.
Ja, precies.
And here's Shevchenko.
Nee, zo kan het.
Shevchenko plays it in.
Ja, weet.
That's just playing it safe and
Nee,
simple.
zeker dat was niet.
En dan moet van het niks, nee.
Ja,
Beckenbauer.
ja.
Nee, ik heb ook niks meer, ik heb het toen over doen, die daar aan.
Not the most convincing of passes.
Ja,
Oh, somewhat off
en
target.
mij niet.
Oh, that's fabulous.
Oh,
good ball. And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
I can see some heads jumping here now, Peter. I see things getting even worse out there if they're not careful.
Als de schrikken uit de net en regen of op de hoog of de huid, allee, dat kan onderweg dan in je bus klikken of ergens wat er een afdakje is of zoiets. Dat je onder een boom of iets of weet ik veel.
Camavinga.
Dat je niet kan scholen, ja.
Ja.
And time is up.
Of ergens al een
Now,
geld
this is a side which is purring, picture perfect to win they will relish, having pulverised what was put in front of them. It was a pulsating performance. Iniesta, voted man
Ja,
of the
precies.
match, and deservedly so.
Precies, ja.
So, Tim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
I think we just.
Dat kun je dan niet verhuilen. Als het werk gedaan is, ja, kom ik al 10 minuten of ik een groter was. En je zat dan nog redelijk duur of je zat met snot.
Ja, dus.
Met snot was gekomen zo, de vorige week.
Ja, sommige.